Wow, are we recording?
Yeah.
Oh! Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is me, Juicy J, Jaylene Bieber. I'm so excited to actually start filming what my channel is all about. My last video was a get to know me because I really wanted you guys to understand me as a person. And the reason why we're in my room is because we're going to be talking about something that is very close to me and is something that I had to deal with my whole life. I was bullied ever since I was in middle school, actually elementary school. It caused me to be depressed and have anxiety. And I know there's people out there that deal with the same exact thing. You were probably thinking, this girl has been bullied her fucking life. So when I was in elementary school, I used to be really skinny. To the point that my mom had to, you know, buy me extra small clothes that were still a little loose on me. And I had, you know, I used to wear turtleneck shirts. You know, I was actually pretty fucking cute if you think about it now. Obviously other people didn't think that. It was to a point that when I got to the 5th grade, I actually started gaining weight. You know, puberty started hitting me. As I gained weight, I only had one shirt that actually fit me. So I would have to wear that shirt to school like every day. People used to be like, Jaylene, like, don't you own another shirt? Jaylene, you're so ugly. Jaylene, like, you have no boobs. Jaylene, you're just fat. No one actually wanted to be my friend because not only was I fat to these people, I also talked a lot and I was annoying. No one wanted to be friends with the annoying, ugly, fat girl. Mind you, this is like me in 4th, 5th grade. Wow. At that time, I didn't think it was bullying. As I got older and I found out what bullying was, I was like, holy shit, like, I was getting bullied. Oh, another thing too, everyone knew who my crush was. Not only was I the annoying, ugly, fat girl, but they would always be like, Jaylene, this person doesn't want you because look at you. I'd be like, okay, like, thanks. I remember bringing, like, diaries were like a big thing back then, so I used to always bring my diary to school and write down, and one time people got a hold of it and they read my diary out loud, and I never felt so embarrassed in my life. I want to say around the 6th grade, I'm not gonna mention any names because I don't think these people should be exposed. We're gonna name them Miley and Selena. Oh, now I'm in middle school, and Miley and Selena were really good friends with me. I loved them to pieces. We were really, like again, I said, like, I really thought of them as my friends. In my school, you were together from K through 8, so you knew everyone and you were always in the same class with the same people. Me, Sarah, Miley, Selena, my cousin, like, we were, you know, we were all friends. MySpace was like really big back then. I didn't know about catfishing until, you know, we got older. So there was actually this fake profile on MySpace. I didn't know it was fake. I thought it was an actual person because at that time I only really added people I knew or like that my friends knew. I noticed that this profile was friends with Selena and Miley, and I was like, again, those were my friends, so I was like, oh my gosh, like, let me add this person. And it was a guy. It was like during our emo phase, so he had like the emo kind of look. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, this guy is like my ideal kind of guy, let me add him. You know, I would talk to this person back and forth, and then come to find out it was a fake profile. My friends Sarah and Emily brought me into a room with my teacher. So embarrassing. I remember going to the room, and I was supposed to be in my science class. They were like, Jaylene, we needed to tell you something. Because the day before I found out that fake profile was apparently gonna go to jail because of something that happened with like his family, and like I guess like he had to go to juvie or something like that. And I was kind of sad, and I remember I actually have phone conversations with this guy, but I didn't know it was actually Miley and Selena catfishing me. And I was just like, what? How could they do that to me? This was the start of my depression coming up, and I didn't even know this was depression. I lost a lot of friends because of this. I started not to trust people. I genuinely thought to myself that I was ugly and not worth anything because I needed my friends to make a fake profile for me to feel like I was important. At that moment, even like throughout high school, I was just like, wow, like, I'm really worth nothing. We're in high school now, and okay, this is a fresh start. I don't know anyone here. I become friends with so many people. There was 2 Jaylenes in our 9th grade class. There was Jaylene, who was short and pretty, and then there was fat Bieber Jaylene. In high school, like, I never smoked weed, I never drank alcohol, none of that stuff. And in 9th grade, I remember my classmates would bring like pop brownies and stuff to class, and like they'd eat it, and like there was a point that people were actually drinking like alcohol in class. Like they'd bring them in water bottles and everybody would pass the bottle around and drink. I never did that because I was like, I am not trying to fit in this kind of crowd. But it ended up making me feel like an outcast. No one wanted to be my friend because I wasn't like about that life. I fucked up my sophomore year. You know, I started smoking weed. I went to parties, got fucked up. That's when rumors started going around on me that I was like a slut. I remember a video of me just bending down and it looked like apparently I was sucking someone's dick. I never did that. I also, in my sophomore year, I lost my virginity. Sadly, you know, people ended up finding out about it. Like, Jaylene's a slut, Jaylene's a backstabber, Jaylene's this. I was just like, what the hell? One, how did everyone find out? And two, like, what the fuck is going on? I ended up being very to myself. I had my first boyfriend in high school. We were like together for a year. At the same time, they will still talk about me because my boyfriend at the time was an inch shorter than me. People made me obsessive over him. At that time, I really listened to what people thought about me. So I remember people were like, Jaylene, like, you should really like they pretty much made me obsessive over this guy when this wasn't who I am. I remember when me and him broke up, I was over here like calling him like, why were you breaking up with me? Like, come to my house. Like kind of in a way forcing him back into a relationship that was already done. And people noticed that over here like, look at her, she's crazy. It ended up making me go to therapy. It was to a point that I was already done. Like, goodbye. I feel like I wasn't here anymore. Like, no one would really care. I started depending more on alcohol. I started drinking more in high school. Mind you, we're in freaking high school, but whatever. I started smoking so much freaking weed. Like, it was crazy. I lost myself. I never thought that words can really change you, but they really did. I went to a community college, and let's just say it was like high school all over again. In college, I met a group of people that really made me feel worthless. They would just talk to me if I was less than them. Whenever I come around, the table would just be quiet. I remember one day, my dog got sprayed by a skunk, and I tried so hard for my clothes not to smell like it. I was telling my mom I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to go to school. She's like, just go. You can't even smell it. Our nose was so used to the smell that we really couldn't tell. I remember going to school and asking my friends like, hey, do I smell like a skunk? And they were like, no, you don't smell like a skunk. Someone was like, why does it smell so weird in here? A girl was like, oh, like it's her computer, like it's burning. But in reality, it was me smelling like a skunk. I remember when I left, all eyes were on me when I was walking away. And I remember hearing, yo, Jaylene fucking stinks. I got in a relationship when I was in college with someone that I was with for 3 years. That moment, you know, I felt like I was on top of the world. This person wasn't fake. This person wasn't someone like that everyone in my high school knew. It felt so good. And he would make me feel like I was like on top of the world and I was like the baddest bitch alive. As soon as like me and him started becoming more and more public, you started hearing more things about me. I got with a group of friends, like a girl group, and we would always talk about like sex. Actually, it was pretty much only sex, but every time I came around this group of girls, they would treat me nicely, but then I would always feel left out of the group. Everyone in that group was skinny, or if they were like be thick, like I wasn't thick to them, I was fat. It really hurt me because I genuinely wanted to be part of this group. They never made plans with me. Damn, like thinking about it now, I'm like, wow, like how did I consider these people my friends? They would kick me out of the group chat all the time. I got kicked out one time and they just never spoke to me again. So I took that opportunity to reflect on myself, but to also make a comeback. I was like, you know what? I give zero fuck. Like the reason why I'm wearing this shirt today is because I cared about these people so much that it really, you know, it made me into a person that I wasn't. There was a point in my life where I gave a fuck. I live to please people. And now I don't. I started going to the gym. I started eating a lot healthier. My whole attitude changed. I started losing weight. I learned how to do my makeup. I started fucking it up, let's just say that. Like, I wasn't fat, ugly Bieber girl anymore. I was Jaylene Bieber, the girl that could steal your man. You know, it's true, like my comeback, my glow up is one of the ones that a lot of people talk about, just because I went from being 165 pounds, insecure, didn't know how to deal with my depression. I took myself out of those Prozac pills. I actually still have the pills in my room because I'm very proud of myself of taking myself out of that situation. I did something about it. Now those girls and those group of friends and the people in high school, they now want to be my friend. Now everyone wants to be a part of my life. Yes, I'm gonna be there and say hi, but I'm not gonna let them be a part of my life. I don't think they realize that their voice, their actions really affected me as a person. I still go to therapy. I learned how to cope with my depression and my anxiety. And now I'm in a point in my life where I'm gonna be doing everything for me. While I was working on myself, I started going on vacation. I went to Spain and I was a little bit bigger, but I was starting to lose my weight. Then I went to Italy. That's when my level of confidence started growing. Last year, I went to Greece. That was a trip of self-love. Just be you and not give a shit. It takes time to progress. You have to deal with a lot of lows to get to your highs. Someone's always gonna talk about you. Someone's always gonna try to bring you down during your highest high. But it's really up to you to let them either succeed or to prove them wrong. So thank you guys so much for watching. I know this video, it's pretty long and it's a little bit about, you know, something people don't normally talk about. This whole channel is gonna be all about the way I've overcome a lot of obstacles in my life. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, comment, DM me if you want to share your stories with me. I would love to know how you guys cope. So with that being said, I'm gonna finish these talkies. Peace out, Girl Scouts. I'm sorry, I'm hungry.